Boy, oh boy. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but good morning, everyone. Welcome to Knowledge and Relationships Live Talk. This is your boy M3. And this morning we have a very special and yet another international guest. Let me introduce you to Miss Ashwati.
Hey,
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm glad that you are here. First and
Thank you
foremost,
so
thank
much.
no problem. Thank you for just being here so we could have like this great conversation. We're going to be having so much fun and yeah, it's going to be great. So, we already have people that's already commenting in the chat. But
Mhm.
before we begin, I must bring in my very special friend and also co-host for Knowledge and Relationships Live Talk. Let me bring in Mr. Best in the World 84.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Thank you, Ashwati, for allowing us to have the live talk with you. We're truly honored to have you here. And three, good to see you, brother, and everybody in the chat. Great to see y'all, man. You know what I mean? Happy holidays, everybody, and much love to everybody.
Thank
Yes,
you
and
so much. Nice to have you here too.
Thank you.
yes, thank you. And also, like, happy Easter for people who celebrate it. It's gonna be really nice. Let me go kick in like with some good music in the background, if it's not too loud. So, Ashwater, before we begin, if you don't mind, I'm gonna have to highlight some of the comments. People are already showing you love already for the first time, and so we have him versus her solutions giving you flowers already. We
That's so
also
sweet.
have she stole my thunder. Oops, my bad, wrong one.
Hey, she's still my thunder. What's
She
going on?
says,
AR, what's going on too, bro?
just sneaking in here, don't mind me. We also have critically drinking Arshawn. He says,
Hey,
I'll never
Ashwati.
subscribe. But she says, I say he says, good morning, M3. We also have another person, WG. He says, or he or she says, Happy Easter.
Hey, WG.
Happy Easter to every one of you here.
I'll say again, Ashwati.
Yeah.
We also
No,
have,
she was just happy Easter. That's it.
oh, okay. We have Junior all around. That person says hello,
Hey, what's going on, Junior?
and everybody
Hi,
saying hello to you.
hi, everyone.
Let's see. She stole my thunder. Says, "Do we have to call a pit bull to give you the title of Mister Worldwide?" Okay.
Oh wow,
And then Junior says, "How are you all?"
we're doing good, man.
We're
Good to see you, Junior.
Yeah, we're
yeah,
great.
very good. So, all right, Ashwati, we're
Hmm.
gonna start off with the most
Mm-hmm.
important question of them all.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't mind, tell us about yourself.
Okay. So I'm Ashwathi. I'm from India, Bangalore, and I work as a financial analyst by profession. And fitness is my passion. I've been gymming for the past 3 to 4 years. And I'm also a classical dancer, and I'm 23 years old. So, in short, we'll have more conversations, so we'll have more questions coming forward. So, in short, this is me.
Lovely, nice. Now, I do have some like some questions, right? Because I'd like to know, Ashwati, what was it like, growing up in Bangalore, India?
It was great. I mean, I love this city, and
Mhm.
India as a whole, like it has various cultures and different people. It's really nice, and it's a cosmopolitan city. A lot of different people come in here. You can probably relate it to something like New York. So it's
Mhm.
been a great. I mean, I'm very lucky to be born here, and yeah, thank you. And yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it's been. I love my city.
Nice, nice. And yeah, and it's good that like okay that you're into like fitness and you're into like dancing as well too. Let me ask you like a little bit about dancing before we get to the fitness part. Now with
Yes.
dancing, like how long have you danced?
Okay, so I know two
Mm-hmm.
Indian art forms, like, Indian classical art forms. The first
Mm-hmm.
one is Bharatnatyam and the second one is Kathak. So I started dancing from the age of 5. 5 to the age
Mm.
of 17, 18, I learned Bharatnatyam. And then I went on to learn an art form called Kathak for around 2 years and
Mm-hmm.
still continuing. I mean, there was a break because of lockdown and everything, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's still going on.
Oh,
And
nice,
yeah,
nice.
I did my Arangetram in Bharatnatyam at the age of 15 or 16. So it's like a stage performance for 2.5 hours. It's a solo performance. So that's a very big thing for every dancer.
Okay, okay. And
Yeah.
Mr. Best in Road, do you have any questions too? No. Mr. Best in Road, can you hear us?
Oh, not at the moment. I don't have any questions. But I do want to say, I mean, salute to Lady Andrea. It's all hot air. I see you in the comments as well. Salute to you. Salute,
Mm-hmm.
salute. Great to have you here.
Okay.
Mhm.
And let me see. Let me read the comments on Sean Dave. Okay. So also for the people who are watching and giving support, um definitely please like get the likes up like on YouTube as well. Please also feel free to share this video to help like support this conversation and just bring it to light. We're gonna be learning like so much more. So okay, okay. Next question, Ashwati. Now, what inspired you to get into fitness?
Okay. Okay. So to be honest, I was heavy and I just started gymming. I mean, I wasn't very serious when I joined gym. I just wanted to
Mm-hmm.
lose weight, and I mean, eventually, as I started working out, I was kind of addicted to it. Yeah, I
Okay.
started enjoying lifting weights. I started enjoying being into fitness, and that's how it started. And now it's a part of me. It's a part of my life, and I think I can't stay without it. So yeah, I didn't start off with weight training all of a sudden initially. I started with exercises or aerobics, Pilates, and we had these group classes. I didn't directly go on to lifting weights. Slowly, I started lifting weights, started learning bit by bit, and
Mm-hmm.
now yes, I'm enjoying. So I mean, so like I told you, I'm a classical dancer. My
Mm-hmm.
stamina flexibility were pretty good. It was fine. But my strength was really bad. And that I realized
Oh.
after I joined gym. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't lift 2.5 kgs for like a bicep curl. Or I didn't do deadlifts for the first 1 or 2 years of gymming. I was scared. I was scared of lifting. So,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah. I mean, eventually, so that, triggered me. I mean, I wanted to build my strength. I wanted to do something for myself. And
Mm-hmm.
that's how it went on. And, it's very nice to see results. I mean, if I'm able to lift 2.5 kgs this week and I'm able to progress to 3 or 4, the next week or the next month, that made me
Mm-hmm.
happy. And it gave a lot of confidence in me.
Mm.
So
Wow.
that's
Okay.
a part of my life.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Now we have like a lot of like some other questions too, but before I get to the questions, I'm gonna get
Mhm.
you. She stole my thunder and Arshawn Dave. Salutes to FM. He says, "Hi Ashwati, sis, big fan of your biceps."
Thank you.
Okay, so
Salute, salute.
yes. Okay, so all right. I know you said you had that fear, right? But you still had that drive to like build up like the strength. What
Mhm.
I also noticed too, because when I was watching like some of your like your videos from like your Instagram, I was like, I saw you like lifting like this big heavy weight, and it seemed like it was just so easy. I don't know what it's called. Is that CrossFit or is that deadlift?
Oh, that's a deadlift.
That's a deadlift. Wow.
Yes, yes,
Now, I know we go by pounds like in America, and you guys go by like kg something.
yes, yes,
So,
KG.
so okay. So, chat, you may have to help me to try to convert from kg to pounds. But how much kg was that you lift?
It was 90 kgs. It would be roughly 180 to 200 pounds, 180 to 190 or 200 pounds.
Oh wow, that's a lot to lift up.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you when so how did so basically like how like when you started lifting weights, like how long did it took for you to get to that level where now it's like it's a part of like a routine and it's easier for you to build that strength up and to like
Mhm.
lift something that's heavy.
So it's been a continuous journey. I mean, it's been a very, very slow process for me. Like just like I told you, like improving little by little, bit by bit,
Hmm.
eventually. So I mean, when I started off, like I just told you, I didn't deadlift at all. I mean,
Hmm.
I did something with 5 kgs, like when I started off, and then I had like a lower back pain. I didn't go to the gym for the next 2 days. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, then I started eventually learning the right form. I think 2 years back, I
More.
started deadlifting. Yeah. Like I told you, I
Yeah.
did 180, 190 pounds or something now. But when I
Hmm.
started off, I used to practice with 40 pounds and then
Hmm.
try adding bit by bit. And here I am eventually. And yeah, much more to go, longer way to go. This is
Yes.
not,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. And even now, let me tell you, it's not very easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But you have that dedication, that drive, and so that's what helps people to keep pushing through.
Yes, yes.
So.
I think it's so important to stay
Mhm.
consistent. And when it comes to fitness, it's not just being consistent with going to the gym, but it's also about being consistent with your nutrition, sleep, your stress levels. A
Mm.
lot of these factors play a big, big role in your, fitness journey.
Right, right.
Yes.
And we're gonna talk about the fitness. Well, sorry, the nutrition part next. But before we do that,
Mm-hmm.
there's two questions that was asked from She Stole My Thunder. She says, "Have you been outside of India to demonstrate your dancing?"
No, unfortunately, no. I'm looking forward to it. If I have an opportunity to do so, I will definitely take it up.
Okay, okay. Have you ever been outside of India, like in general?
Yes, I have. I've been to
Okay.
like some parts of Europe, Singapore, Malaysia, Dubai. I haven't been to US though. Would love to be there.
Uh, you're more than welcome to like like come to like the U.S. Like we'll definitely
Uh-huh.
be happy to host.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. And then Arshawn Dave asks, does Aswati have a social media presence?
Yes, I do on Instagram. It's Ashwati underscore fitness.
All right, there you have it. And I also have the link under the description so people will be able to like follow you and give you support. Now, let me see. So, shout outs to It's Michelle. Thank you. Good morning for tuning in. Everyone, please don't forget to get the likes up and continue to share the videos and subscribe to Notch Relationships on YouTube.
Hey, it's Michelle. Good to see you.
Yes, as always. And then we have another person. I'm not able to pronounce the name that well. I'm going to just say MJ, if you don't mind. But
Oh
this
yes,
person
yes, yes.
says, "Hey,
I'm good, man.
Ashwati,"
Thank you. Thank you.
and then he says, "You look
Thank
so
you for all
pretty."
your love and support.
Hmm.
Anytime, like the good thing about the community is that we try to build people up. So, and we try to make sure too to keep things on a positive level. So that's why I want to pull a video with you on Instagram of the deadlift, and then the other person says, "Hey, bodybuilder, respect from India, sweet, sweet." And
So
then it's
Shubham was
Michelle with
my
the biceps.
classmate.
Hmm?
Haha. So Shubham, I mean, he was my classmate in college. So
Your
he used to
classmate
send me
called?
big
Oh,
wishes. Yeah, yeah. I
hey,
mean, Thanks to
Absolutely.
everyone who keep, motivating me, who also inspire me, and who keep pushing me forward. I'm always grateful to you guys. Thank you so much.
Hey, wow, that's so awesome.
Mhm.
Was nickname Builder. Okay. We also have Real Talk with Mimsy Limbs. Salute to you, sister.
Hey,
Thank you
Mimsy.
for tuning in. And it's, as always, she says, bada bang that like button, y'all. And we shall says, hey, beautiful people. Oh, man, we have
Hey, family.
there's, there's so many people that's giving you love right now. It's wonderful. Marcus, M3, Knowledge Relationships, Mr. Best in the World, Ashwati, shout outs to the chat and the panel.
What's going on,
Salute to
Rookie?
you as well. Thank you for
Thank,
tuning in. And Ashwati is beautiful.
thank you. That's so sweet.
Ashwati, we might have like a whole bunch of, we might be spending the whole time reading a bunch of like comments in the chat because it is like loving you right now. But
I'm so glad. I'm so thankful for it. And also, thank you so much, guys.
man, this is being awesome. Everyone,
Definitely, you're
please,
welcome. You're welcome.
yes. Everyone, please get the likes up as well. It helps build the algorithm up. Everyone else, please share your videos like on your Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Please, share around. Okay. Now, Ashwati, I want to talk about like nutrition because you brought that up. You said nutrition was very important. If you don't mind describing about your nutrition, that could probably help give some good advice for people who are thinking about trying to get back into shape or
Mhm,
weight lift.
mhm. Okay, yeah. And I mean, I know we have different cuisines.
Mm-hmm.
So I try and eat food which is less processed. I try
Mm-hmm.
avoiding canned food or,
Moving there
packaged food.
along.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
probably, my typical breakfast would be something like oats or eggs or, fruits or any of
Mm-hmm.
the Indian dishes. I always mix up and eat. I don't eat a set. I mean, I don't eat oats for breakfast all 7 days. That's what I mean to say. I eat a variety of foods. And I try to add
Okay.
in more fruits and vegetables in my diet, more of grains. And I do eat non-veg. I eat meat or fish like twice a week typically. I try
Okay.
eating natural food as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big foodie too. I mean, I enjoy food. So
Yeah.
that's also there. But somewhere I try and, strike a balance between healthy and, I have my own cheat meals too.
So, quick
Okay.
question, Ashwati. What is your favorite foods?
Oh, I mean,
That's a
I
good
love
question.
anything sweet. I'm a big fan of chocolates. So
Mm.
I
Mm.
mean, people can bribe me with chocolates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have you ever heard of like foods that has like they call it like keto? Have you heard of keto meals
Yes,
before?
yes, yes, yes.
So like there's like sweeteners that are derived from a plant and it's naturally healthy for people like allulose. This is what I
Mm-hmm,
kind of use like when I make my keto meals,
mm-hmm,
monk fruit sweetener.
mm-hmm,
Um, and I mean stevia is also healthy, but I don't like the aftertaste to it.
mm-hmm,
So there's plenty of like chocolates that you could probably find like hopefully at a good grocery store that doesn't come with so much like like sugar and the milk to it. When you have your desserts or chocolates, do you do like keto stuff or is it just like regular foods with natural sugar or anything like that?
So as much as possible, I try
Mm-hmm.
and have jaggery or honey, and also coconut sugar is pretty good. I mean,
Okay.
yeah. So I haven't tried monk fruit sweeteners or stevia and all of them. It's okay. It's good. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
anything in moderation is good.
Mm-hmm.
So and anything in excess or deficit is actually not good. So it's a good option to switch on to stevia or monk fruit, just like you said, rather than sugar
Mm-hmm.
because it's highly processed.
Yeah.
I'm
I,
not sure if you also have jaggery or honey in your
well, yes,
place.
we definitely have all those foods here.
Okay,
Hmm.
okay. I
Um,
stick on to them. I stick on to jaggery, honey, coconut sugar, those kind of stuff.
oh, cool,
Yes.
cool. Okay, I have another question, Aswati, if I may. Um, okay, so have you ever been to the States? And if you have or have not, what is your view of the States? Here in America, or just here in other parts of the country. What is your view of America?
Oh, she
It's,
never been to the U.S. before.
yes.
Hmm. Okay, okay, okay. So how do you view America? Like, what is your view? Do you think that it's like really fast paced? Do you like what do you think about America?
I think it's a wonderful mix of culture, like, people from different countries coming and living in US, and wonderful people there, lots to learn, amazing technology. You guys are doing great.
uh,
It's a mix
hey,
of
thank you.
variety, right?
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, we have a few people in the chat. Partly cloudy 420. Salute to you. Thank you for
Salute,
tuning
salute,
in.
salute.
Please get the likes up. He says peace and love to the chat land. Also, Ashwati, this is up to you, but one of your supporters asked if you could show your biceps. So I guess he's asking, can you flex a bicep? But it's up to you.
Okay. Okay. Here you go.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Pretty strong, huh? And
Thank
our
you.
start this. What up, Marcus? Okay. Um, all right, yeah, that's and thank you for the compliment. Like I said, hopefully, in the future, um, we can meet one of these days, and hopefully, like, maybe we could
I
go
would
out
love,
to,
I would love to, come to US and explore places, hang out
yeah,
with you guys. Yeah, I would love to do that.
yeah. I would also love to go to Bangalore, India as well too, because I love traveling, like, out of the country and just trying like new things and just exploring like different cultures. So yeah,
That's awesome. That's awesome. You're always welcome, and I would love to host you here.
thank you,
Nice,
thank
nice.
you.
Thank you.
Um, oh, one thing. Another thing. When I was looking at some of the videos like from your IG,
Uh-huh.
um, one of like your fitness routines I saw you was doing was boxing, and I was like, oh, like like you're strong, you're beautiful, and you could fight too. Like, well, like I was seeing like some like the jabs and the combos and the way how you was like ducking, dodging, and bobbing, weaving, and I was like, wow, like you're pretty fast. Is is boxing some like a part of like your routine mostly or
Okay, okay, no. I mean, that was the first day I learned boxing. So my trainer told me,
oh
come in. I'll just teach you some boxing. And,
mm-hmm,
we'll practice for 2 to 3 days or something like that. And then, shoot a video or something. So that video was a half an hour practice.
mm-hmm.
And then he said, let's shoot it. I was like, are you sure? I'm not even perfect. I don't know what I'm doing. He's like, no, let's do it. Let's shoot it. It's fine. So that was like a half an hour
Mm.
to 1 hour of boxing practice that happened for the first time. And yeah, that was it. And I
Wow.
was super happy. I mean, it's always nice to learn something new. It was really exciting, and the output was also nice. I enjoy doing it. Yeah, and I'm
Wow,
glad.
because
And I'm glad
yeah.
you said, it looked like I'm professionally kind of, into it. Or
Yeah, because oh man, I should have if I had thought about this, I would have asked like, would it be? Can I get your permission to kind of show like like your boxing video to the viewers? Is that's okay or
yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
okay? Give me about one second. It's not gonna take too long. But in the meantime,
Uh-huh.
um, yeah. But like I said, that was a great video.
Thank you
Um,
so much.
from
I'm
um
a trainer.
from your fitness journey, what was like what was some of the most noticeable things that you have seen? in yourself, like maybe your body, mind, spirit, just from the consistent, like, times of working out?
So, I mean, eventually, when I started working out, like more than expecting results, like in my body, I started feeling a lot of difference in myself in terms of confidence, in terms of staying stress free. I mean, it's not easy. I mean, I was studying in college, and now when we go to the work, and there's a lot of things in the mind. And I think gym is one place where the mind is like, completely relaxed. And I started feeling really good after working out, and that has kept me moving and motivating even till today. I more than my
Mm.
body, I work out for my mind. That's what I would love to say. And to people who are watching, please do try working out if you haven't started. You will definitely see changes in yourself, not only physically, mentally also. It'll build up your confidence. You will become a much, much better person. So just try it out.
Okay, nice.
I have a question, and maybe it's
Mhm.
I don't know if that's a second question. Well, it probably is there. Um, what outside of, and shout out to Jay Takashi. What are your like
Little
interests and
brother.
hobbies outside of health and fitness? Like, are you into like Bollywood? Are you into like different things? Like, what are your interests and hobbies outside of that? Like, what do you like? Do you like to read? Like, what do you like to do outside of like working out and health and
Yeah.
fitness?
I mean, yeah, I love dancing, like I told you, like apart from just fitness. And yeah, like you told me, like I love watching movies, and I like exploring new places. Like I told you, I'm a big foodie, so I try different cuisines, cafes, and I spend my time that way. I love meeting my friends too. That's how I spend my time.
Oh, cool, cool. Okay, okay, okay,
Mhm.
okay.
Okay, let me pull this up. All right. Oops, hold on. It keep auto playing, but I got it though. Oops.
Okay.
Okay. So see, I pull this up. All right. Real quick.
Yeah. Oh,
So
it's yeah.
oh, sorry.
You gotta scroll
So
down.
anybody that wanna follow her, this is like her IG. We go down to the boxing part.
Yeah, the
All right.
middle. Yes.
There is. I'm gonna keep it muted just so we don't get like copyright from the music. Can
Yeah,
anybody
sure.
see like the boxing technique?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that was like my favorite part. I'm surprised I forgot to
Mm.
like it, but yeah.
Thank
So
you.
when I
Thank
saw that, I was like, okay, like she got like a couple moves. Like if I was to ever
you.
like unfortunately get into a fight, I would be like, look, you could have whatever that you want. I'm not trying to get no smoke from you. And the bobbing and weaving, I was like, okay, yeah, she's definitely good at it.
Thank you.
So I
Thank
was
you.
surprised that it was let me so I was surprised that you said like it was like only for like a few days of like training and
Oh no,
boxing.
it's the same day. I
Oh, that was
practiced
the same day.
we practiced the same day and we shot the same day. Like I practiced for an hour or so, and then yeah, we shot the video.
Oh wow, wow. That see that to me like that's like movie quality because actors like when they learn like certain techniques that's taking
Uh-huh.
like weeks or months, but for that to be like the same day type of shot, I'm just gonna say like yeah, like I could see some boxing potential in you if you keep it up.
Thank you so much. I mean, boxers would obviously criticize a lot of the moves. I mean, I think a lot of them weren't, correct or so. But yeah, this was just a practice thing, a fun thing.
Yes.
Mhm.
Um. Let me get
So,
to.
Ashwati, do you?
Hmm?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just
Oh
I
no
have
no
a
go
quick
ahead.
question. So,
Hmm?
I see that you do boxing. Do you watch boxing as well? Do you like watch boxing, and or do you watch other sports? And if you do, like, who are your favorite boxers, and like, what are your favorite sports?
So I'm a big fan of badminton. I love watching. Of course, I like all the sports. I have great respect to all the sports. If I had to pick my favorite, then it's badminton.
Okay.
Okay, okay,
Mhm.
okay. Okay,
Yeah,
Hmm.
I love watching
what's
Olympics.
badminton?
So Saina Nehwal, PV Sindhu. So they're Indian badminton players, and I totally adore them.
Nice, nice. Okay, okay, okay.
Mm. Okay. Yeah, one of my favorite sports is playing. It's like, well, I like playing badminton,
Uh-huh.
tennis, volleyball. I played like a little bit of soccer,
Mm-hmm.
but basketball was like one of the sports that I'm not really good at. But that's
Okay.
good that you're still, because sports like it's an easy way to kind of enjoy life, continue to stay
Mhm.
fit, and stay active. Let me
Also with
see.
your social circle, right?
Yeah,
Make new friends. Yes, yes.
and him and her
Okay,
solution
okay.
says it's like tennis, but with the net at the end of the ball. Yes, definitely. And salute to you for tuning in. Thank you so much.
Thank you, y'all, for explaining that to me because I didn't know what it was. Sorry.
Yeah. I know you good, Mr. Best. Now, another question I want to ask because in regards to like social media, like what has been like like your social media journey? Basically, like what made you get into like create like an IG account like to advertise like your fitness? Because I know that's something that you're passionate in, but what made you want to share like your fitness life to the people around you?
So yeah, I mean, yes, you're right. I mean, fitness is not my profession. I mean, I haven't taken it up professionally as of now. Or even when I
Mm-hmm.
started, I didn't even think I would take it up professionally. I was just like another next door girl going to the gym. But I had a private account on Instagram, and I got promoted in a few fitness pages, and I thought it's time, or it's better to keep it separate, to keep my personal life and my fitness life
Mm-hmm.
separate. And I thought, let me create a page, and even if one person gets inspired or motivated with it, I'm good to go. That's a
Yeah.
success to the page. So that's how I started it off. And I must say, I got a lot of encouragement from people, and I'm really thankful and glad for that. And it's been growing and growing. And, thanks to the audience.
Yes.
Yeah,
And speaking of
thanks
the
to them
audience,
for liking my content.
yes, this verse says, "Hi, Aswathi, lots of admires and respects." Thank you for tuning in. I just want to
Thank you.
say thank you for everyone who is tuning into the chat, because that means that you have took the time to subscribe to Knowledge and Relationships on YouTube. And I encourage everyone to continue to stick around with Knowledge and Relationships, because we're gonna have plenty more content to show. We just can't tell y'all yet, but um yeah, but thank you. This is wonderful. Um okay. So were you surprised, Ashwati, to have so much support on your page?
Yes, yes, yes. So yes, I mean, there's a lot of stereotypes, right? See, there are positives, negatives, but in my case, I think there are more positives when compared to negatives, which I'm really
Mm-hmm.
glad about. First of all, there's a lot of stereotypes with women lifting weights or women having muscles. There's a lot
Mm.
of taglines put onto them saying that you look
Disclaimer.
manly.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of, I mean, I think it's very important to break those kind of things, and I would be really
Mm.
happy if women stop thinking that I'm going to look like a man if I start lifting weights. That's not going to happen. That's not how we are made. Our
Mm-hmm.
hormones are very different from the male. So, if I could encourage, motivate, or inspire even one woman to go start lifting weights and
Mm.
think that she's not going to look like a man, and she's going to look really beautiful even after being strong and with muscles, that's a success to me.
Okay, okay. Yeah, let's dive more into it. Like because I don't know why women feel like if you lift a few little pounds within
Uh-huh.
one day,
Uh-huh.
then the next day you're gonna look like the Incredible Hulk. Like you're gonna just be this big, bulky bodybuilder.
Uh-huh.
And the thing is that when it comes to, I feel like weightlifting for anyone is equally important because it I feel like muscles in anyone will keep the body up,
Mm-hmm.
will make the person, especially like you're losing weight or you're trimming down like your size to a certain amount of weight. I feel like the more muscle you have, I feel like the better you'll become.
Yes, yes,
And
definitely. Yeah,
yeah.
there are numerous health benefits with lifting weights. I mean,
Hmm.
everything has benefits. Cardio has its own benefits. Lifting weights also has its own benefits. Being flexible has its own benefits. To be fit, a combination of all three will do wonders to you. But in
Hmm.
case you like something more than the other, like for example, I like lifting weights more than doing cardio. Another person would
Yeah.
like running marathons more than lifting weights. So ultimately, at least try and do what you like. You can explore everything. If you find a balance of everything, amazing. But if you like something up on a superior way than the other, do it. I mean, just be fit. The point is to keep moving. And like you said, yes, it has numerous health benefits. So keep
Hmm.
going.
And I
Yes.
like how you said like you use everything as a motivation. I think that's key. Like, whether
Mhm,
people are
mhm.
being like, positive or whether they're being negative, like it's all motivation for you to continue to stay focused and do the things that you believe that, you want to do. And that's the key. Like, in life, like you have to just, allow any and everything to be a source of motivation, to keep you going, because, you don't want it to become a distraction, you just want it to motivate you. So,
Mm.
So true. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, does most of the criticism come from women or from men when it comes to women lifting weights or just want to get strong?
Um, I must say the most encouragement also comes from men. The most criticisms also comes from men. Uh,
Mm.
so
mm,
yeah. I
Okay.
mean, I think yeah, it's just the usual comments are probably you don't look very feminine, or yeah, that's one of the most common comments.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because like I feel like the ones is my notion to this. I feel like the ones who criticize are usually the ones who may be afraid to just admit that, hey, I like a woman, like, with a little bit of muscle. I feel like sometimes people kind of go with the trend of things
Mm-hmm.
and they feel like, well, if I'm not like the person who's different and appreciate women that, that are fit and shape or, that, let's just say, you become like a professional bodybuilder,
Mm-hmm.
the majority will probably be like, well, women who look like a bodybuilder are going to be less feminine. But to each of their own, there's going to be guys that's going to appreciate that. Um, I
I
think
think it's
sometimes it
also
could just be,
yeah.
hmm,
I think it's also because of the social media or the society. That's how we've been brought
yeah,
up, saying that women should, look this way. She should be this way, and that's probably in the minds of people for really long now. I'm happy. I mean, a lot of people are changing. They're having a change in their mindset. I'm happy about that, but lot more to go.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Do you have a like a end goal like for weightlifting? Are you trying to? Because right now I know like you did this for the purpose of losing weight, and now you get into weightlifting, which
Mhm.
means that you will, as you gain more muscle mass, the weight will go up, not like in a bad way. Um, are you in the stage now where you want to like maybe build bigger arms or bigger legs or anything? Is there anything that you're trying to accomplish? from the weightlifting part?
Yes, definitely. So my standard goal is always to build more muscles and eventually lose more body fat percentage, so that
Mm-hmm.
I look. I mean, it's not only looks. I can also lift heavier. So now I've stopped thinking about losing weight or building muscles. So now, if
Mm-hmm.
suppose I've done a 90 kg deadlift, my next goal is to go higher with my performance. So that's been my goal
Okay.
now. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
to improve on my performance, but I've stopped bothering about my physical appearance in terms of gymming.
That's awesome. And in the future, like, will you probably take it like to like the professional level, like go through like professional competitions?
I'm not sure of it as of now. It's a very
Mm-hmm.
difficult question to answer.
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, let time decide for me. Yeah,
Okay.
nothing on mind as of now.
All right. Nothing wrong with that. K Mayer says flexibility to prevent strains and sprains, cardio workouts like anaerobics for fat burn, and cardiorespiratory endurance, lean mass to fat ratio, anaerobic workouts, weightlifting to toning or bulking. And she says, Ashwati, you are inspirational. K Mayer is also my wife, by the way, too. So shout out to K
Oh,
Mary.
nice to meet you. Thank
Thank you for
you.
tuning in. And 100 Watt says, boy, y'all at it early.
Hey,
Yes,
shout out to 100
yeah.
Watts. Good to see you, brother.
Yeah, it's good to see you as well too. Yes, actually this is like the first this is probably like the earliest live stream we've probably ever done. So, but it was worth it. Well worth it, indeed.
Mhm.
See, the thing is, our time zones is different. So when we started at 8:45 our time, Pacific time in the US, it was 9:15 where Ashwati lives, Bangalore, India. So our time difference is 12 hours, well, 12 and a half hours. So yeah, it's
I'm really glad, like, for taking the effort to wake up on a Sunday morning to have this session. Thanks to you and thanks to the audience who have joined in this early in the morning. Thank you.
no, you're absolutely welcome. I mean, I would have probably been up anyways because I was just so excited to like have this live talk with you. So
I was equally excited too. Yeah.
yeah,
Much
um,
appreciated. Much appreciated. I have a, I
oh,
do
go
have a
ahead. Listen.
question.
Hmm.
So you say you like chocolate, right? So what is your favorite chocolate?
Okay. I love dark chocolates.
Oh,
Dark
okay.
chocolate. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Anything dark, yeah. Something to do like with 70% dark chocolate, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I get you because the darker it is, like the more
Bitter.
healthy it is. Mm-hmm.
Yes, 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 yes.
So, all right. You have any more questions, Mrs. Best, about anything else?
Oh no, no, no. We can move on. Definitely, we can move on.
Okay. We also have another guest in the chat. Um, I'm not sure how to pronounce the name, so please forgive me if I try and I mess up. Sharif.
Yes.
Ashwati's fitness journey has been an inspiration for the entire family.
Okay, so that's
Ah.
my brother, and thank
Oh,
you.
okay.
Oh, salute, salute. Good to have the family
Salute.
on.
Give the family and everyone a round of applause.
Mhm. Thank you so much. And yes, thanks to my family for always being supportive. They've never stopped me from working out or never questioned me on, why I'm doing this. They've always been encouraging. Thanks to my
Hmm.
parents, thanks to my brother, thanks to my friends,
Yes.
thanks to everyone for, pushing me here.
Yeah, and everyone, please, like under the description, like you'll see like a link that will take you to Ashwati's like Instagram page. So feel free to give her a follow and give her your support. With the hand clap salutes to K Marion with the loves, the singing hand claps. Arshawn Day says, "Welcome to family, friends, and fans and supporters of Ashwati. Yes, definitely indeed. I'm loving this, that the fact that like our supporters and your supporters is joining in together, and just it's like giving you that mega support. So
Exactly. I
thank
mean,
you.
that's so nice. That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Ashwati, like in the future, I definitely look forward to like having more conversations like off the stream or on the streams. I know that our time zone is way different from yours because by the time when we start our life like at 6 o'clock in the sorry allergies 6 o'clock at night. I think yours you'll be getting up at 6:30 in the morning. Of
Mhm.
course, if it's the weekdays,
Mhm.
you'll be working, unfortunately. But
Yes.
in some weekends when we do stream, we hope to like try to invite you and have you like on board like on certain
I would be glad
topics.
to. I would really be glad to. I would be happy to join you. And it's wonderful, having a conversation with you.
Yeah, thank you. It's wonderful having a conversation with you too,
Thank
man.
you.
Um, okay, I do have like some more questions.
Yeah.
Um, so I know too, like we talked about the tech industry. If you don't mind sharing about like like the
Uh-huh.
tech side of you, um, because well actually if you don't mind, right? Can you explain like what you do like as far as in the tech world?
Okay, so I basically work as a financial analyst. We it's something related with the index, something related with stock markets. So I'm
Oh,
basically into research work. Yeah, we do a
mm-hmm.
lot of research on US companies too in at work. So probably finding information on companies consolidating and sending it to the client. So that's what the primary work has been. And I have a I've been doing that for a year now.
For
Yeah.
a year?
Okay.
And yeah, for a year.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I did
So
MBA finance and then I
Mm-hmm.
started working as a financial analyst in terms
so
of
Okay.
my field.
as you're doing the financial analyst side, are
Uh-huh.
you working with certain software? Like, are you working with software like Salesforce, or are you working with different software like Google's, or anything like that, or any type of software application, whether it's Google Docs or anything like that, or no?
I mean, the company has their own softwares, which we have access to.
Mm-hmm.
So from the company side,
Okay,
some,
okay, okay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is wonderful because Mr. Best is a computer technician, and so he
That's
could
awesome.
kind of relate to you on those things.
That's
Definitely,
nice. That's
definitely, yeah.
nice. Uh-huh.
So do you have a set of like clients that you work with, like your own clientele, or is it like do you have like different people that you randomly work with? You know.
Oh no, no, we have a set of clients that we work for.
Okay, okay, okay.
This is
Yeah.
my team. Yeah.
Okay.
So my company is headquartered in London. Our clients are based in US. Uh, I just yeah.
Nice, nice.
Mhm.
Well, what inspired you to want to become like a financial analyst to get into the tech side of things?
Mhm. Could you repeat your question, please?
Oh, sorry. I was saying like, what was like your motivation to get
Mhm.
into the tech field?
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So I love finance. I love stock market. It's very interesting to see the everyday changes. No day in the
Yeah.
market is the same. Every day is a
Mm-hmm.
new day. Everything there's something new happening in the market, and it's just very fascinating to me. It just caught my attention. Like, okay, what's actually happening here? Why are these stocks going up? Or why are these going down?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with the company's financials, balance sheet, P&L? Like, how do we read all those? And it just
Yeah.
fascinated me, and that's what motivated me to do MBA finance, and here I
Mm.
am. Yes.
Okay, cause like I'm into like the stock market heavily,
Uh-huh.
and there's there's times like I made like good investments, and there's times that I really made like terrible moves because you
Uh-huh.
can never predict the stock market throughout the entire day.
Yes,
And
yes.
so like for me, I do like stock options. I'm for
Oh,
sure you're familiar with option trading.
I'm trying to learn option trading now. I was just sticking on to equities so far, and I'm kind
Yeah,
of good with technicals. No, yeah. So options, yes, I'm trying to learn options. Though I think
yeah.
U.S. and Indian options work a little different.
Yes,
Yes, yes.
probably so.
Uh-huh.
Like because like when it comes to option trading, it's a little bit more. I
Risky.
kind of feel like it's more like a high risk but high reward
Yes,
because
yes,
with options you have like your premiums. It's like for every option stock equals to 100 contracts,
yes.
and that's how you kind of get your money up. Which,
Mm-hmm.
however, um, if people think about this, if you have the money to buy 100 contracts of stock without the options, you know, you could still have kind of like a I would say like a mid risk and a high
Mm-hmm.
reward
Yes.
to it. So those are things that I'm just getting into. I'm kind of learning the difference
Mhm.
between like the delta and the theta, something like that. So it's I'm always like trying to learn something new about the stock market. So because it's important, you want to make sure you don't make mistakes to lose your money within a week or so.
Exactly, exactly. And the most interesting part is each one has their own strategy that works for them, and that's
Hmm.
amazing. Yeah. So
Yes,
I'm
definitely.
pretty. So I guess you do option buying more. Yeah, right.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, I try to get into. I started try like with the smaller stocks, like
Uh-huh.
maybe AMC or um Nivea, you know,
Okay.
things that's a little bit more affordable. And then if
Mhm.
I get to a certain amount, then I'll try to get into something that's into those major companies, which is like you either win big or you lose it all. And that's
Uh-huh.
Google, Amazon, and Tesla.
Yes, that's interesting.
Yeah. MJ says, "Hi, Queen of Bicep," and then he says, "What's your maximum weight for a barbell curl?" That's a good question.
uh, I don't remember, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Probably 5 kgs or something on each side. Yeah,
Five
5 or
kg on each
something
side.
that to do. Yeah,
So
but I
if it's
don't remember. I'm sorry.
no problem. So if it's 5 kg, how much does that convert into pounds?
Probably 10, 12 pounds
Hmm.
each
Okay,
side,
okay.
and the bar being it. Yeah.
Hey, that's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let me ask you this question. Now I know for what you're doing, it requires for you to get a degree. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. What was the highest level of education you accomplished?
Oh, I've done my master's.
Got your master's. Okay,
Yes.
great, great.
A postgraduate. Yes.
Nice. And congratulations as well too for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Um
Congrats, congrats.
so I know behind the scenes we kind of talked a little bit of a difference between getting your degree, in America versus like where you're at, but just for, the viewers so they can know, um how long did it took for you to right after high school did it
Mm-hmm.
took for you to acquire your education up to your
Okay.
master's?
Yeah, like we discussed the other day.
Mm-hmm.
In India, like for post graduation, some universities demand work experience, some don't. I mean, I didn't have any sort of work experience after my degree. I did a lot of internships though.
Mm-hmm.
And I directly jumped on to do my master's. And degree was for 3 years, and master's was for 2 years. and I did BCom and MBA. And I'm pretty
Mm.
sure with your side, it's 4 years of degree, and you need some work experience, and then you do your master's, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, so it sounds like yours is, and hopefully I didn't hear this incorrectly, but it sounds like you had pretty much did your experience and then you kind of went to the school first. Am I
I,
correct
I
or?
went to the school first and then
Mhm.
got a work experience. I didn't have a
Okay,
break with my education.
okay, got you. That's a little similar because like for us we have to, you get your degree, but well actually, but the only difference is that once you get your degree in America, they expect for you to have work experience in the entry
Mm-hmm.
level, maybe
Mm-hmm.
like 2 or 4 years of work experience,
Okay, okay.
or at least 1 year of work
Mm-hmm.
experience.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with that happens is that like, well, you went to school so you could try to learn how to do the work, but I guess if you haven't really did any internships and you got your degree, it's almost like you're stuck. And it's like it all goes down to almost like who you know in America because if you don't have the hands on experience, how can you get the job?
Got it, got
And
it.
I think that's where a lot of people um, end up in debt because now you have to pay the tuition, your college tuition, to even get your degree. And yeah, for most like it takes like the average of like 4 years to get your master's if you're trying to get it on a higher level. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
alone if you try to get your doctorate. So I think that's where like a lot of Americans kind of get stuck at because you have your degree, but then you're working at like unfortunately like low earning jobs and mm. Well, for you, did you have to pay for college?
Oh, yes, we did. We did.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it's still like similar, but I
Mm-hmm.
guess when they look for the experience part aspect of it, um, is it a lot more easier for people like in your side to like get jobs right away after your degree?
Mm-hmm.
And salute to Sophia.
Yes.
Okay. Salute to Yellow Pill as well too. He says, "What's good, my people? Thank you for tuning in, Yella." Sorry, Sophia. Thank you for tuning as well. We appreciate you guys as
Hey, Lady
well.
Sophia, salute to you. Salute to
hmm
Yella as well. Good to see
hmm
y'all.
Yeah, everybody definitely make sure you get the likes up and nice relations on YouTube. And what? Snuggles? Drop the link. That is a first. But salutes to you, Snuggles. Can you please share about your supplements stack?
Okay,
Okay.
so this is an interesting question.
hmm
So I haven't taken any supplements. I've just relied on natural home food. Like I told you, I try my best to keep my diet clean. So I haven't taken whey protein or any of these supplements. Uh, I'm not saying it's bad to. It's okay to take them, but it's just that I haven't. Yeah.
Mm.
Whey protein, multivitamins, omega 3. These are the basic supplements that's also recommended to take in case you don't have sufficient of them in your diet.
Right. Shout outs to the where the rabbit hole ends. Shout outs to you, Mike. He said, shout outs to the panel. Smash that
And good
like
to see you,
button.
Mike.
Thank you. So we have 3 questions incoming.
Mhm.
So Snuggle says, does what how you pronounce this word?
Roti.
Roti. Okay.
Oh,
Does roti have any effect on your diet when it comes to exercising?
okay. So roti is a dish which is made of wheat typically.
Hmm.
I mean, like I told you, we got to have a balance of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. And we also have to make sure we have enough vitamins and minerals getting into the diet. So I would
Mm-hmm.
say typically 40% of your 30 to 40%, 20 to 40% of your diet being carbs, and 20 to 25 to 30% of your diet being fats, and the rest 30% being protein would do wonders to your body. So one roti is not going to have a major positive or a negative effect on your routine. It depends
Mm-hmm.
on it depends on your overall diet that you're taking on a daily basis.
Okay.
I think this is very important to remember when people think,
Mm-hmm.
well, this one food is gonna, if I'm gonna have chicken, this chicken is gonna give me all the protein that I require for
Yeah.
the rest of the. Yeah, that's not how it goes. A balance of food, balance is important.
Yes, definitely. I definitely agree to that as well too.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, Margaret says, M3, what does Ashwati think about coffee dates? Oh wow. That's a good question. Okay. All right, let me ask you this question, Ashwati. This is like a relationship question. If if a guy asks you out on the first date
Haha.
and the first date is a coffee date, will you
Okay.
be open to accept a coffee date?
Um, Probably if I like the person, yes. If I'm
Okay.
also equally interested to know the person, then yeah, why not? Definitely a yes.
Okay. We'll give you an air horn for that one. Because the reason why that question is always asked, right? And plus, like we always have like our logo is like a cup of coffee, even though I don't drink coffee, but hashtag coffee dates. So sometimes there are some ladies that are heavily insulted when a guy asks her out on a first date for a cup of coffee. But
Okay.
the thing is, the the whole purpose is to try to get to know each other. But
Yeah,
I guess some people will feel. Go ahead, Ashwati.
I think coffee date is a great idea. I mean, I don't know why you say women are they don't like it.
I guess everyone has a preference for something.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
So I just look at like coffee dates could just be like going like Jamba Juice, a walk in the park,
Mm-hmm,
somewhere that's like kind of safe and local.
mm-hmm,
That's something that I would probably would do,
mm-hmm,
um, just so I could kind of get the get a personal vibe. And if we don't have that connection, then it's easy for us to just part ways and then just move on.
mm-hmm.
But to each is their own. Thank you, Marcus, for that question, by the way. Let's see. Snuggle says, "What type of foods do you eat when it comes to your dieting and exercising?" I know
Okay.
you mentioned about this before, but if you want to just keep it brief for him.
Yeah, sure. So home food, I haven't actually followed any strict specific diet, like
Hmm.
so far at least, like something like keto or intermittent fasting, or I haven't done any of these. I've just tried to find a balance, and I think that is the best thing for me. I think that's the best thing to do for a wide population, unless you are
Hmm.
professionally into a sport. I mean, even then, I think a balanced food or a balanced diet is the best thing to do, tweaking the numbers here and there. So, and my
Mm.
workout routine generally has 5 to 6 days of strength training and 2 to 3 days of cardio. I add in some flexibility here and there. So that's about it.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
And yeah, Snuggles is definitely known for asking like a lot of good questions.
Questions, yes.
He says, "Do you use a lot of roots in your food? What are the natural things you eat on a daily that helps you when it comes to your exercising, and can you build muscle that you have on the part of the world?"
Uh, okay, like, I mean, protein is really important to build muscles. Like I told you,
Mm-hmm.
it's always a balance of food. I try and add in more
Mm-hmm.
vegetables and fruits in my diet so that I get in more fiber, multivitamins into the body. And also I try keeping my protein up. Since I'm working out, I would require good amount of protein. It's always a balance. There's no one specific food that's giving me all the energy that I require. It's a mixture. It's a wide variety of food.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Marcus says,
Yeah, we do have superfoods, right? Like
mm-hmm.
seeds. And,
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, having them in your diet is good. It does wonders to you, but it's not like one single food is going to do all the wonders to you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you got to have a combination of all, all the best that you could get from it.
Yes.
Now I know for us, like the reason why we probably will take like added like supplements is
Mm-hmm.
because now these days like the food that we eat, if it's not farm raised, in our own like community, um, we're getting like maybe only a little bit of the nutrients, only
Mm-hmm.
because like there's so much pesticides that's being sprayed, um, genetically modified, like like fruits, vegetables, and meats. And the thing is, if we're not even getting like grass fed like milk and hmm, if we're not eating like like grass fed meats or any type of nutrition to kind of like balance ourselves, then we're just still like eating like the junk in it.
That's
Um,
very true. That's very unfortunate. It's very sad
yeah.
that, this is the situation with the food industry.
Mm-hmm.
Which if it changes will do great things. I mean, and organic food again is so expensive, not affordable. Um, I mean, I hope if we try and think and bring up a change, we can do this. I mean, if we
Mm-hmm.
stop consuming, for example, if we all stop consuming sodas, why would they even manufacture it, right, in the first place?
Yes.
So it's in our hands. It's just because we are consuming it, they are manufacturing it, more and more of it. So if we stop doing it, why would they manufacture?
Mm-hmm.
So we switch to healthier options. So it's all in our hands. Society as a large. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Also, yes, it's
Exactly.
very unfortunate, like you said, a lot of pesticides in the vegetables, fruits that we get. It is unfortunate, yes.
Yeah. It's the thing. When like for me, when I make my own foods, like or if I'm making my own ice cream, and somebody might want to buy it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna use certain like products. I don't care how cheap it is. Unfortunately, the cheaper the product,
Mm-hmm.
the more unhealthy that product will most likely will be, because they add a lot of chemicals as shortcuts. Like there's some milks like dairy products that has or coconut products that they have carrageenan in it. It's a
Mm-hmm.
thickener for ice cream, but over time, allegedly, it may, I have to say may, cause cancer. And so I would never try to put something in my body that's going to be unhealthy for me and then try to sell it to other people. But those big companies, they'll be so happy to do so because
Yes.
maybe they're not going to. And it speaks loud volumes because when you know how much chemicals, processed chemicals that you're adding that you would normally put in your body, I wonder, do you really enjoy like your product, or this is just like a money maker for you to make? So
Very unfortunate, yes.
yeah, and
Yeah.
this is why there's so much like obesity that's going around, like especially like in America.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think it's a monopoly also for like like gyms as well too, because
Mm-hmm.
we're trained to be the biggest consumers.
I
So
think also the right knowledge, or there's a lot of myths when it comes to gymming, also, or
hmm
anything for that matter. I think it has to be broken down. There should be more. positive awareness that is spread to people so that they're encouraged to take up a physical activity. Right now, I don't know how much of
Mm-hmm.
a change we can do with the food industry. I mean, it's so at least we can try and balance with our workout and try being as healthy as possible. Try and give our best to stay healthy, just like you said.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mark says, ladies and gentlemen, the only supplements needed, to be honest, is amino acids, zinc, magnesium, thermogenics, fat burning, protein shakes, soy and lactose free, gluten free, low carb, fish oil, vitamins. And he also said, too, I'll highlight that in a minute. Okay.
Okay.
Um,
So I mean, vitamins and minerals will also have your zinc and uh, other multivitamins and minerals that he mentioned. And it's better to choose a multivitamin that reaches your RDA so that
mm-hmm.
you wouldn't need another one. And yes, like he said, if you're not able to meet your protein requirements with your food, then yes, whey protein or essential amino acids is recommended. And I think multivitamins and protein, these are the only two supplements you would need, like he said. And yes, omega 3. We also have it naturally in flax seeds and in fish.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a vegetarian or a vegan, I mean, try adding in more of flax seeds or fish in your diet. If you're not able to, then you can go on with omega 3.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
That's definitely important. Wow. Look like the chat's taking over the questions for me, Ashwati. Like they have so much to ask. Snuggle says, how important is tea when it comes to health?
I mean, we have a wide variety of tea these days. Green tea and tulsi tea, lavender tea. No, I mean, it's just a wide variety.
Mm-hmm.
Green tea is highly spoken in the fitness industry. It's known to increase your metabolism. You can go ahead and take them.
Yeah. Another question is, in your culture, are marriages arranged or do you pick your own mate and who is responsible for you until you are married?
Okay, a very interesting question. So, in my country, both works. Arranged
Mm-hmm.
marriages exist. There's also love marriages. So suppose I find a guy for myself, I introduce them to my parents, and families talk together, and yes, everything is settled. Suppose I don't find a guy, my parents find a guy for me, um, and yeah, and then we get married. We just date for a while and then get married. That's how it works. Both. So
Mm.
yeah.
Snuggles, that was definitely a good question. Actually, I was going to get to that in a minute. Um, okay, Ashwati. So my follow up question is that what is the lowest age can a man and a woman get married?
So 18 years is the bar set for women, and 21 is the bar set for men, according to
Okay.
law in India.
Mm. All
Yes.
right.
Anything above 18 and 21 works. You can get married legally. Yes.
Okay. In the U.S., like I know that certain states kind of varies,
Uh-huh.
but I know like where we live in California, like both parties have to be 18, and over in
Mm-hmm.
order for us to get married.
Mm-hmm.
And I know like somewhere in the Midwest, I've heard that there's people who were like at the age of 17. I don't know if the lowest was 16
Mm-hmm.
for women and men to get married, but I know that's also possible as well too. But our main standard in the U.S. is usually 18 and up.
Shout out to
That's
Truth. Good to see you, Truth.
Truth was never favored. Good to see you, my brother, and happy Resurrection Day to you as well. All right. Marcus asks, how about protein shakes, dates, or tea dates? Those can be too healthy. I mean, like I said before, like it could be anything. Like, coffee dates represent anything. you keep it low. You get to know the person. I feel like it's to me. I feel like it's like a pre-date, and when I mean
Mm-hmm.
it as a pre-date, it's like yes, it's a date because you're setting a time and a place to meet. But however, I don't look at it as like this is like your actual date per se, because I feel like it's the kickstart of like okay, getting to know you first, seeing if you have any allergic reactions to any foods that I might take you to, and from that point on, you know, solidifying it, making it known like, hey, like I want to take you to this place, and guarantee that you're gonna have a good time.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah. Before I get to one of Manny Snuggles' questions, I want to talk about like the dating aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for what is the proper way for a man to what was the proper way for a man to approach a woman when he wanted to make his intentions known that hey, I like you and I want to go on a date with you? What do you
Uh,
prefer?
I mean, could you come up with your question again?
Oh, oh, oh,
like
sorry.
in what, like, yes. If you could,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. When it comes to like uh dating in
Mm-hmm.
your country,
Mm-hmm.
how do men approach you?
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
So, I mean, it's pretty much like your country. I mean, it's pretty much the same. There's
Hmm.
not much of a difference. So, a lot of relationships happen with in colleges. I mean, or probably when they meet somewhere in a common place where they go. A lot of them happen this way, and these days, yeah, we do see online relationships also happening.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it's pretty much like the US. There's not much of a difference. When a guy likes you, they just come approach and they say that I like you, and they just express their feelings, and that's how it goes on. It's pretty much the same.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So basically, not much of a difference.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Let me get through some of these questions.
Okay, are most
What
people vegetarians or yeah, yeah. In your
do they
part of
eat
the
meat?
world, are most people vegetarians or do they eat meat? Are you in the north or the south? Okay, so I live in Bangalore. Live in South India. Um, yes, we do have concept of vegetarians. There are a lot of vegetarians. I mean, now technically, there were a lot of vegetarians, but now a lot of people have started to, eat meat. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
it's just different here. Some people prefer eating only eggs. Some people prefer eating only chicken. So it's
Hmm.
just very different. Yeah.
Got you. Truth is never favorite says Ashwati. Hello, ma'am. You look very lovely.
Thank you.
So just trying to get through all these comments because let's see. Let me see. Okay. Interracial marriages. This okay. This might be a good one. He says in your culture, when it comes to interracial marriages, which one is the most accepted?
Uh, sorry, inter.
Interracial marriages. Basically, what he's asking is that like, um, is it acceptable to date outside of like your race and culture?
Yes, it is. I mean, a few
Mhm.
families are okay with it. A few families are still not okay with it. But when it comes to love marriage, there's no. I mean, we cannot decide on what caste or what religion we're dating or getting attracted to or want to be with. So yes, we are allowed to do that. That does happen here.
Okay. Okay. Great. Great. And let me get to. There was another question that was asked, but I'm trying to pull it up real quick. Well, actually, oh wait, race, religion, caste. Well, she answered that question like basically like when it comes to interracial or cultural um marriage, like some people will accept it and other people will not. Um and that also kind of ties into, I'm for sure like religion as well. If you fell in love with somebody but they kind of worship in different religion, would that be a deal breaker?
Not really. That's like I told you, like some families are okay with
Mm-hmm.
it and some of them aren't.
Mm-hmm.
So it depends on the person, but it
Yeah.
does happen. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys marry Christians? Yes. So we do have a lot of Christians in our country too. We have Muslims, Christians, Sikhs. So I mean, we have a wide variety of religion living here, and that's why we call it unity in diversity.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I love the most, like the diversity. Let's see.
Yes.
Uh,
How
how
about
about
you?
you? How about you? Oh, okay. He's asking, how about you? Like, well, oh, he's saying personally, will you marry a Christian? Okay,
Yes, yes. If I do like the person, I would.
okay. Um, one person asked, right, about multiple like marriages, like, um, do is it acceptable to have multiple marriages out there, or is it kind of like for us, like in America, our standard is oh my gosh, what's that word called? Monogamous
Mm-hmm.
relationships,
Mm-hmm.
where you marry one person and that's it. But he's asking about polygamous relationships. Um, is do you guys only marry like one person and that's it, or you guys marry multiple people? That's what they're
Okay.
asking.
So culturally talking and traditionally, it's you get married to one person and
Mm-hmm.
spend the rest of your life with that person. Traditionally, that's how it is. Because of some circumstances, if I mean these days, if they think that the marriage is not working out really well for them, then yes, they go through a divorce and they remarry, or I mean, it's left to them. It's yeah, but traditionally, yes, it's you know having one partner and sticking to them for the rest of your lives.
Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then Truth says like you're a sweet feminine woman. She's the sweetest, sweetie feminine woman are the best.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, no, ain't time. Okay, man. So like I said, like most of the people is going to start. Like I warned you before, they're going to start asking like a lot of relationship questions and all that.
Yes.
Um, so I hope you don't mind with all the relationship questions that they're asking you.
No, I don't. I don't. I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Um, okay. Let me see. Snow says, "What's the divorce rate in your culture?" Because our divorce rate in America is very high. So, man, I like these curious questions. So, but
To be honest, I don't know the exact percentage, but we tend to stick on to our partners and try and work out the marriages to the best of our ability.
hmm
Generally, we try not to get a divorce. It's also a little difficult to get a divorce in India. I mean, the court, the law just pushes the couples. They try counseling them. They go through, 3 or 4 sessions. They try,
hmm
keeping them together, sort out their problems. They suggest a lot of things like this. But even after all this, unfortunately, if the couple don't want to live together, they part ways.
hmm
I'm sorry, I don't know the number. I'm really sorry about that.
no, no, don't apologize. Like if you know, you know. But if not, don't worry.
Uh-huh.
K. Mary says, "Are there variations of non-Indian individuals who live in America? Sorry, in
Sorry.
India,
Uh-huh. Are there any
college?
variations of non-Indian
Mhm.
individuals who live in India, college, business only, or just as a decision to stay in India just to live there? I mean, so he's talking about international people coming and living in India, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yes, basically what she's asking is that like, are there non-Indians that live in India? Like, let's say
Yes.
for instance, like, do you see like black people or white people or Hispanics that live in where you live at?
Yes, a lot of them come here for education, or some people just come here to learn the cultural art forms. I've seen a couple of them come just to learn martial arts or the Indian classical dance forms. I mean, or in or even yoga for that matter. A lot of
Hmm.
international people are attracted to spirituality in India. So that way, yes, there are quite a few international people coming and living here for various reasons, say business, spirituality, culture, etc.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
Well, real quick, we are getting close to the 1 hour and 30 minute mark. I just
Hmm.
want to make sure that you're still good with the time, right?
Yes, 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 I am.
Okay, okay. And yeah, because the chat is blowing up with so many questions.
Question. Yes.
Let me see.
Uh-huh.
Snuggle says, seeing that you are on the continent of Asia, do you come into contact with Japanese, Chinese, or even Filipinos in your part of the world?
Okay, so no, very rarely, not much of them, especially with
Mm,
Chinese, not really. Japanese, here and there, when it comes to anyone whose headquarters, I mean, not much of Chinese or Japanese in here.
okay, okay.
Hmm.
All right. So another question is, let me see. Let me put this up real quick. Well, actually, hold on. I forgot to ask you. Do you have any questions like for us?
Oh
Because you can
yeah,
feel
I
free
mean, I
to.
would like to know what you think about India as a whole or as a country.
What do we think about India as a country?
Hmm.
Um, well, even though we never been to India before,
Yeah.
but our I guess expectation or what we think is that when I think about India, I think about like like the Bollywood movies, like people dressing like in I don't even know what they call it, but it's
Uh-huh.
like where you wear like the hoods and then you have like the long dresses and
Uh-huh.
everyone just like dancing, having a good time, playing
Uh-huh.
like good music. I feel like India is like kind of like a hot place, but more like a dance type of culture. And
Yes.
so, I mean, when you mentioned about dancing, I was like, man, that was like one of the things like I forgot to even talk about. Um, so that's why I kind of like look at India as, and when I did a little bit of research about Bangalore, um, Bangalore is like pretty much the Silicon Valley of
Mm-hmm.
India. And
Yes.
Silicon Valley in the US is like it's a major tech industry. It's like one
Mm-hmm.
of like the best that people can ever describe it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually live in Silicon Valley myself. Um, so it's a very, very affluent and yet diverse community as well. Um, and it's a lot of different people and different cultures. I think for India, I think when I think of a place that has like um, a lot of people who are very active and supportive of their communities, active and supportive of the culture and the people there is very family oriented. And I believe that in India you guys have like a lot of structure and you guys definitely follow the traditions of your country and of your culture. And you take a lot of confidence, a lot of pride, and you have a lot of love for your culture and your people. So yeah, that's what I think about when I think about India.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, no problem, no problem.
Yeah. We have all right, we have three questions.
Okay.
Um let's see, Jamwa or
Uh-huh.
Jadish Jamwa says Taekwondo or boxing, which would you choose if you have to?
Okay. I love both. I think I would go with boxing if I had to choose one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We did show like earlier we showed like her doing like a boxing video, which was pretty much amazing. So if you guys want to check that out, definitely catch the replay of this video to see. And Truth asks Ashwati, how do you feel about children?
Okay. I love them. They're so cute, and I love children who are pretty naughty too. And I mean, it's just wonderful. When you're with children around, we just don't know how time passes by. It's just nice to have cute, nice conversations with them, having fun with them. Yeah, so I really love them. I like, having conversations with them, playing with them, pulling their legs, and talking to them. It's really fun.
Nice, nice.
Big stress buster, right? Yeah.
And Snuggles' question is, what is the name of your type of dress, and do you make it yourself, or is it tailor made?
Okay, so we wear something called sari. It's just six
Sorry,
yards of
okay.
cloth.
Hmm.
Yeah. We do have weavers in India who make it for us.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite attire too. I just love wearing them, and I admire the way they drape it. And thank you for asking that question.
No, no, no problem. Thank you for the people in the chat. Cause and then there's a serious question that Yella has, but he says, what are your thoughts or the perception of women are oppressed in India? Basically, he's saying our women are oppressed in India. Like, there could be like a misogynistic type of men, or they could be feminist type of women.
Hmm.
Um, basically, our women in India are oppressed by the men in there in your country.
Um,
If that makes
Not
sense.
really. Like there's a mix of all kinds of people, and yeah, women are oppressed in India. Okay, so traditionally speaking, women weren't allowed to go out a lot, or not even allowed to go to work. I mean, I'm talking about India 20 years back or something like that, not the present India.
Oh,
Slowly,
okay.
there has been a slow change. I mean, things are changing. Women are coming out of their homes and going out to work. We have a lot of women in India who has achieved in various fields. Talk about sports, media. Women are doing great here, but even then, there is a hinge. Like not everyone are given the freedom to do so. When we talk about small villages or towns here and there,
Okay.
unfortunately, which I think will change in the upcoming future. I really
Hmm.
hope it does. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I'm really happy that women are achieving in their own fields of interest.
Okay, okay. And and then this ties into like another question, which I don't know if well, Ashwati, in your country, right? When you go to like social media and all, have you ever heard of the Manosphere and feminism?
Oh yes, feminism. Yes.
Okay, but have you ever heard of the Manosphere?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
What's that?
Um, So picture like feminism, but for men, is
Mm-hmm.
more of like an empowerment for men.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Okay.
However, there's always good and bad to it because feminism is supposed to
Mm-hmm.
be empowerment for women and their
Mm-hmm.
rights.
Mm-hmm.
But then when the bad apples come in, that bad
Mm-hmm.
apples will pretty much downplay men,
Mm-hmm.
talk bad about men or make us like seem like we're weak and stupid. And the manosphere is supposed to be trying to uplift like the men in their self-esteem and to try to help them to gain confidence because a lot of men, you know, they nowadays they don't approach
Mm-hmm.
women anymore
Mm-hmm.
as much. And so because of that, we try to help uplift men, but then you have some men that turns into from uplifting to now complaining against about women. And they'll say women this and women that, unfortunately. Which on the internet you probably will hear a lot about this so-called word that's called submission, I guess. When you're in a relationship with a man. And so my question is, do you feel like a woman should be submissive to her husband or boyfriend? What do you think about that?
Absolutely no. I think there's no necessity for the women or the man to be submissive in a relationship. I think it's equally important to share their thoughts, work out their relationship in the best way possible. I think it's very
Mm,
important to support each other's dreams or goals, and accepting each other just the way they are. I think that would be a great relationship if you've accepted the other person just the way they are, and you're working out things together.
yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, do I miss not knowing what the manosphere was. I mean, I hear you, Yellow. Um, well, let me ask you this though: when you do hear the word submissive, what does submissive mean to you, if I may ask?
Listening to everything or doing everything the man wants it to be, so probably
Hmm. Okay.
that's pretty much
Okay.
it. But we do, freedom is very important in a relationship. It's not gonna be a one hand or one side play. Only when both the
Mm-hmm.
hands join together, it's gonna be a beautiful relationship. If one of them are not gonna be happy in the relationship, then there's no point of having it. It's not gonna work
Right.
out. That's what I think.
I get you.
Mm-hmm.
I think and see, and I think that's where people, unfortunately, a lot of us, like a lot of women, they kind of get take it like in a different direction because, and it depends on the upbringing, but really submissive is supposed to be just cooperation, for
Mm-hmm.
both parties. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say my wife needs me to take out the trash. She's
Mm-hmm.
not going to command me to take out the trash, but she's going to ask me if I could take out the trash. And I'm just like, okay, yes, dear. That doesn't make me a weak person. It
Exactly.
just, yeah, I'm just helping my wife out because I'm caring for her needs. If she's
Exactly.
washing the dishes, oh, your
I'm
camera
sorry.
flip. Oh, you good?
Yeah.
uh, I think you froze. That's why can you hear us? Uh oh. Hold on for a minute, everybody. So far, everyone's asking a lot of good questions. We're just waiting for Ashwati to reconnect her microphone and audio. So give us 1 second. I know technology, right? Okay, she will be right back. Let me go ahead and read these comments for a second. Let me see. Ashwati, are you attractive or have ever dated African American men? Hmm. All right. We read that part already. She's trying to connect y'all, so bear with us. Let's see, K. Marion says, Ashwati, as we know, India has its place on the continent of Asia, but it's not always acknowledged. It seems the world began to recognize Indian people as Asians. Should it make a difference caste wide? Okay. All right. Let me see. What is your job in a man in the household of a man? Okay. What does the average relationship look like between your culture, the people that you've been married? What are the things most men and women do in a part of the world when it comes to interacting with each other? What is the name of your internet carrier in a part of the world? Do you experience a power outage? All right. Ashwati, are you able to hear us? Let me see. We need to connect their mic and cam before you can add them to the stream. All right. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Other than that, how's everyone doing in the chat? Yeah, right now. Yeah, right now. She's trying to reconnect. Something happened where. Let me see. Something's happening where she's not able to connect her mic and cam. Mr. Best in the world, are you able to hear me? Oh. Mr.
I
Best.
can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, Mr. Best, do you mind if you Oh, never mind. Here she come. All right. I'm gonna bring you in just a second.
Uh-huh.
All right. Welcome back.
Yes, there was a technical glitch.
Yes, no worries. We always have like our technical issues.
Mm-hmm,
Um,
mm-hmm.
let me see. Great. Thank you for finding her knowledge in relationships. No problem.
That's so
Let me
sweet.
see. How long how long do you
Oh,
have until you are considered too old to be married in culture? I don't think
yeah. Okay, so it depends
you,
from family to family, and I would say somewhere around 22 to 30 is a good time to get married here. That's what a lot of people prefer.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. Um Truth says that Ashwati, are you attractive or have ever dated African American men?
I mean, I haven't dated an African American, but yes, I love the way they look.
Oh, thank you. I feel flattered already. You know, hey, that's the answer. Truthfully, right? Basically, is a yes. Well, yes and no, because she never dated black people, but um, she finds black people attractive. You know, we all feel the same way as well too. Let me see.
Mhm.
And Snuggle says, hold on. What is your job in the household of a man? Oh wait,
What
hold on. I think he's asking what is the man's job in the household in India.
I mean, it's amazing to share the chores, like say cooking, cleaning, whatever it is. It's amazing to share the chores together. But traditionally, like talking about 10, 20 years back, it's the women who generally does most of the work at the house. Even today, most of the times it's the women. So, I mean, a lot of women here are also homemakers, and the men work. So that way, they just try and share responsibilities. They just try and split it up. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, you're on mute.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry, it was a slight feedback, so that's why I muted myself.
Uh-huh.
Snuggle says, "What is the name of your internet carrier in your part of the world, and do you all experience power outages on a regular basis?"
Probably in certain parts of the country there are frequent power cuts, but not really in the cities because we're highly dependent on electricity. And Google, yes, we do use Google as our most important search explorer.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
Him versus her solution says, "When you hear about marriages in America, what comes to your mind?" Hmm.
Um, I mean, it's a commitment that you're giving to each other. It's nothing like marriages in America or India are any different from each other. Probably there's just slight differences here and there, but it's about a couple being happy and they want to, they've given a commitment to each other.
Mm-hmm. Hold on for a second. To the host, when I put questions, I'm asking a legitimate question. You may think I'm being rude with my questions, but in other countries, the questions I ask are actually legitimate. No, I don't think that you're being rude. Like I said, I enjoy your questions, but however, I know I have to get to other people's questions because Snuggles, um, as I'm clicking on to all this, right, there's other people that's asking as well too. So when I do get to your questions, I try to make sure I go down to other people. Otherwise, yeah. If you ever like a wholesome knowledge relationships, like you'll understand like why. Truth is, their favorite says, does she have an IG?
Uh,
Yes, she do have an IG. It is posted in the description of knowledge and relationships. So you'll be able to see that. Snuggle says, are the disputes in your culture high or low? Disputes.
okay, it's pretty much the same as if when two couples come together, there are fights about sharing responsibilities, or I mean, it can be anything. The reason can be anything. It's very similar to any couple around the world. So there's nothing specially attached to just India.
Okay.
Mhm.
And he's going deep. Okay. He says, what are the negative influences in Western world that has oh sorry. What are the negative influences the Western world has had on your culture that's affecting the people?
This is a very controversial question. I mean, there's nothing negative about it. It's about what works best for an individual. Probably the traditional Indian mindset wouldn't like the concept of a live-in relationship, but now the youngsters are keen to it. Like they want to know
Mm-hmm.
how a marriage would work. Even before getting married, it's a better concept to be in a live-in relationship and then see if things work out. We can have a commitment, or we can just break apart and move forward. So
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say it's a negative influence. I think it's about what we chose at the end of the day.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
get you.
what's best for them, right? Yeah.
Okay, okay. Truth, I know you asked to drop the link. Unfortunately, like today's live talk, it is like it's not open to like the public to like join in. But probably next time around when we have another live stream together, where it's more open for the panel, we'll be more happy to drop the link. Um, I know I don't want to hold up too much of your time, Ashwati, and I
That's
thank you for like allowing us to have this conversation.
uh-huh.
Um, so I do have a few questions of our own before we close out, but let me see where. Oh shoot, where is it? My questions is when it comes to advice,
Mm-hmm.
what is some advice that you will give to men to understand about women in your culture or vice versa?
Okay, so any relationship, I would say, um, have a good communication rapport. Try and understand what the other person is feeling. Support their dreams. They would have their own ambitions. They would be passionate about something. Do support them in their dreams and their passions. And, she'll give you all the love that you deserve.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
And let me see. We are the fastest growing economy in the world. You guys should invest your money in India. Okay, okay.
It's true.
What are the questions you usually get from foreigners the most? And what are the things that irritate you? Hmm.
Okay, nothing irritates me because culturally we are very different from each other. And it's
Mm-hmm.
always nice to ask questions and to get to know different cultures. So nothing actually irritates me. The most common probably would be something to do with yoga or spirituality and
Oh,
women. I mean, there are a lot of assumptions that people make about our country as a whole. So, yeah, that's about it. Nothing irritates me. It's nice to ask questions and get a clarity out of it.
yeah. When you said like religion and you said people make assumptions, what is the most common assumptions that people would make?
I mean, just like the questions, some of the questions that came in, like, um, do women, are women suppressed or are they dominated? I mean, things like these.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and
Hmm.
then
I mean, I would like to ask you, what's one of the most common
mhm.
assumption that you make about our country?
The common assumptions. Um, I common assumptions that I feel like we think is that what we mostly hear a lot is that women are you know more cooperative. Even though we use the term like submissive, but more cooperative when it comes to dating and marriages.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Um, we assume that you know for the most part people would choose the marriages for you.
mm-hmm,
The other assumption I would say is that compared to the women in here in America, our assumption is that if we go out there to India, that everyone would be all happy and jolly like, and the women would be more friendlier. And let's say, for instance, if a woman likes us, like in your culture, if you really like us and what we do, then it's like let's say video games. If we play video games, and you may not be into video games, but if you like what we're doing, then it's like you would try to get good at video games in order to relate to us, I guess. So
mm-hmm,
those
mm-hmm.
were some of the assumptions that we had.
That's true. They're all partly true. Yes, they're
Oh
all
wow,
true.
okay. Confirmed. All right.
Yeah.
Um, and to me, I think that's pretty much like wonderful because um a lot of times we get we don't I don't know, and that's probably because like through generations, like people have been hurt, like both men and women. Women got hurt by men got hurt by women, and no one is really trying to heal from those past hurts. So that's
Mm-hmm,
why I feel like there's like a gender war between men and women in America, and this is why like you have the manosphere versus feminism, and you're hearing like a lot of negativity when it comes to people telling or encouraging each other not to get married. So, and divorce rates has been very high in America. So, I guess our other assumption is that we feel like, okay, well, if we go to outside of America to another country, there may not be a gender war between you guys, like men versus women, or men complain about women, you complain about men.
that does happen. I mean, every relationship, yeah, that's there. But ultimately, it's about living together. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
Well, see, see, we're learning something new.
Yes.
Do you have any more questions for us? Or
No, 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 not as of now.
okay, okay. So I know we're getting wow. Actually, that this is already jumped into like the 2 hour mark. So I don't want to
Uh-huh.
hold you up, as Wadi.
I'm
Um.
enjoying it. It's okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Like I said, let me know if we're talking too much. But I will say this. The last question we have on the list is, what is one or several things you would like to know about men?
About marriage. Sorry?
No, what is one or several things you would like to know about men? It could be in America. Well, yeah, maybe men in America, about American men.
Uh-huh. I mean, I would like to know a lot. I mean, you tell me about American men, like, how it works. How does relationships work there? And yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Well,
what's important? Yeah.
we could start off with I'll break it down to you.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier when you mentioned that um about back then, like there used to be like certain like laws that kind of restrict women for doing certain things, where it could be work
Mm-hmm.
or education. That
Mm-hmm.
was the same thing that happened in the U.S.
Okay.
And so at that time, things was a little bit different. Um, Men were more into, I guess, their masculine as far as take care of responsibilities, take care of their wife and their children. And nowadays, women are working, so they don't really kind of need us for any financial gain, or I would say for most, I would say they don't really need the whole family structure, versus kind of sad a little bit. Um, but back then we used to like approach women before social media, and
Mm-hmm.
so we call it code approaching, meaning that we'll come in. Well, if we see a woman that we like,
Mm-hmm.
we'll probably walk to you,
Mm-hmm.
introduce ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
and strike a conversation.
Okay.
But we used to be more direct, where
Mm-hmm.
that we was into you. So if
Mm-hmm.
I was walking to you, I would say, in role play, like, hey, excuse me, can I get your time for a second? My name is such and such, and MP or whatever, from Knowledge and Relationships, and I think you're pretty attractive, and I would like to take you out on a date. But we will keep it simple,
Mm-hmm.
and it would just be like either like a yes or no.
Yeah.
Now these days, people are more passive, and I
Mm-hmm.
think it's because of the Me Too movement. It's because of so many years of men getting rejected, um,
Mm-hmm.
in the worst way by women, and I feel like nowadays people are kind of scared. But also thanks to social media, you don't really have to walk up to a person and approach them. You could just pretty much go onto your phone, look for somebody on Facebook,
Uh-huh.
Instagram, IG, and then you'll
Uh-huh.
try to shoot your shot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, however, a lot of men are not really good as far as the communication. Some would try to use pickup lines or cat calling. That's what we call it. And be
Mm-hmm.
like, hey babe, your hair looking good, or they'll be like, hey, have you ever? Do you want to know like what my wife looks like or whatever? And then you'd be like, who your wife look like? And it would look like you, like something that's kind of corny a little bit. And I think because social media just made it so easy accessible for both women and men to really communicate. When you go out into the real world, you don't really see a lot of people approaching like that. And if the
Mm-hmm.
ones who are approaching, usually those are just people that feel like they have nothing to lose, so they'll just say something that's crazy, pretty much. So I feel like social media kind of ruin things, but normally the way how the way how we used to approach is just having a conversation.
Mhm, mhm.
And if you like us, you like us. If not, then we just keep it going.
Yes,
So
that's wonderful. That's wonderful to know. Yeah.
yeah. Um I'm assuming like, probably I mean, I don't know how it is like, in India, but with social media not being played,
It's pretty much
you
the same. I mean, these days with social media coming up, I mean, it's pretty much the same, just like you mentioned.
oh man. Okay, okay.
Also, like I mentioned earlier, like, common places, probably colleges, universities,
Hmm.
workplaces, or even a fitness center. So
Yeah,
that's where a relationship begins. Also, online relationships, just like you mentioned, exist.
got you.
Mm-hmm.
Snuggles
Um.
asked, oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry, go ahead, Mr. Best.
I was saying America as far as like dating. Um. It's it's like going into like a I would say like an ice cream parlor. There's so many
Mm-hmm.
different flavors and there's
Mm-hmm.
so many different variations of what people want to do.
Uh-huh.
So some people, they're more like I guess what they would call like traditional. So it's more
Mm-hmm.
based on like religion, culture, and just kind of more just like men and women, regular gender roles. Like the man, he leads the relationship, the woman follows, right?
Mm-hmm.
Submissive, but so you have that, but then nowadays you have so many different um ways that people want to date, so many ways that people want to interact, um and then because in America, we have more freedom
Mm-hmm.
than most other cultures, whether it's for men and women, we both have equal amount of freedom. So based on that, people just do whatever they want a lot of times. So sometimes they just date. Some people are just dating, strictly, women. Some people are dating men and women. Some people are just doing a lot of different things. So it's very open and it's very diverse. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think some of it, is people exploring and getting to know who they are, which is I feel like it's not a bad thing. But I
Yes.
think, but some of it, is people just like, you know, I mean, they're just like kind of just, they're just doing whatever they just want to do, and they're not
Mm-hmm.
thinking about, um, other people. They're not thinking about, you know, excuse me, they're not thinking about, what's going to affect, you know, um, other people or how things are going to affect their lives, going forward. They're not thinking about their future. They're not thinking about their children. They're not thinking about anything. They're just thinking about just having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So, in America, America is I call it a zoo because there's
Hmm.
so many different things going on. You know what I mean? Whereas your culture, I would feel like it probably is more traditional because, like you
Mm-hmm.
said, like um, the men dictate more what's gonna happen. Like you said, if you can't find a husband of your own, your parents or or the men in your family will find a husband for you, right? But in America, that's not happening. Like the men can't even tell the women, how to dress. We can't tell the women like where to go. We can't tell them who to marry. We can't do any of that. Like you know, unless they want that. But most time the women, they have so much, like I said, they have equal freedom like the man, so they make their own choices. You know what I mean? So it's a lot different. It's the differences are completely, you know, um, a big part of why dating is a certain way here and why it's a certain way like in your culture. In your culture, like I said, it's more structured, but here in America, there is no structure. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like we just do whatever we want. So which is I feel like is good and bad. So yeah.
Yeah. You put it up the right way. Yes. Here it's more structured and there it's not that structured. Yes, that's a very nice point to note.
Yes, yes, duly note. Um, I would say this. What are the things that you find attractive in a guy?
I think care and love, the emotional support, or the emotional part of it, when a guy's understanding and caring and loving, that's it. That's it. Being compassionate, being good to
Mm,
people. hmm When I see
being
that in
com-
a man, yes, I get attracted to that person. Not
okay.
only being good to me, but being good to the society as a whole, being good to people, treating people well.
Hmm. Does
hmm
that attitude applies to a man that's probably lesser attractive physically?
Oh, yes. I mean, the physical part comes to me like secondary. I mean, probably
Hmm.
when we look at a person, yes, it's a physical appearance that attracts any person. But going deeper, it's the character. Even if the person is really handsome and I'm really attracted to him, and if he has no good character, it's not going to serve my purpose. I'm not going to be happy with that kind of a person. And that's what I strongly believe in. So, character does play a
Hmm.
major role to me.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
hmm
Um. All right. Let me. Snuggles, I'm gonna get to your few of your questions as well too, because I know you mentioned about dress style, and then I'll
hmm
get to one of your last questions. But he says, how important is style of dress when it comes to carrying yourself?
Okay, so yeah, like you said, India, so you know, we have a lot of dance forms, and so we have a lot of festivals that we celebrate every now and then for various reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we tend to stick on to our traditions, culture. We wear our traditional attire during those times, and being more specific. So I mean, it's a land of festivals, rich culture, a variety. It's a
Mm-hmm.
celebration most of the times. Yeah,
Gotcha, got you. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
hmm
Well, look, I know like we're getting close to the time.
hmm
So Ashwati, if you don't
hmm
mind, stick around like after the closing of the show, and we could talk
Yes,
a
sure.
little bit more before we all head out. But
Yes, sure.
everyone, I just want to say thank you for tuning in to Knowledge and Relationships on YouTube. Thank you, everyone. Shout outs to MJ. Shout outs to Snuggles and all of his many questions as well too. This is good. Shout outs to Marcus. Man, it's so many people to shout out. Shout outs to like Yellow, K Marion, um, Truth, everyone else that came in, like earlier to help give support to Ashwati. Um, so thank you, Ashwati, as well too, for being a guest like on our show, like in the morning. I know what your time is evening. Thank you for Mr. Best, like for come up here as well too. Shouts to me, Michelle. Sorry, it's me, Michelle, Mimsy Limbs, and just so many wonderful people that gave your support, the comments, and all that. It's so many for me to really shout out. So if I had not
hmm
said your name, please forgive me on that one. Um, Ashwati, like I want to highlight you real quick. So if you want to shout out like to anybody like your social media, feel free to do so.
Uh, I think he's just out of the live.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
What?
Hold on. No, I'm here. I was saying that I was going to zoom you in so you could shout out
Oh,
to
okay.
your social media and anything else that you wanted to shout out.
Mhm. I mean,
That's
thanks
what.
to you for
Mhm.
calling me in, first of all. I'm really glad to be here, and we had such a meaningful conversation. And I'm looking forward to more of this. And thank you for everyone who took the effort of, waking up and attending the session on a Sunday morning.
Oh, oh shoot, she got disconnected. Okay, hopefully she could come back.
Oh, yes, sorry.
No, it's okay. It was just like you was talking and you disappeared. I was like, oh shoot.
I mean, thanks for everyone for joining in. Thank you so much. And thanks to each
no,
and every one of you for participating, asking questions. They were really interesting. Thank you.
no,
Thank you, Mr. Weston, for joining us. And thank you, Mario.
anytime.
Definitely, definitely. Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you being here.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
One fun fact, and I would just say this. It was. I feel like nothing is ever in a coincidence of us
Mhm,
meeting each other.
mhm.
It was funny because like I randomly discovered you on IG.
Uh-huh.
And this is how this is how me and Ashwati met. And I'm scrolling through because I was actually I was inspired by Mr. AR because his method is like to try to reach out to people. Sometimes reach out to maybe like 10 or 20 or 30 or 40 people a day. Now I'm not that aggressive with it, but sometimes I try to scout around because I look for certain people that I feel like that will probably be in our fitness to have an interview, well, a
Mhm.
live talk. And it would just so happen that under Instagram, for whatever reason, it just pop you up. Not even under suggestions, but I guess under like a random list that you could just kind of scroll down and see. And when I saw you, I was like, well, hey, you look like you do like a lot of great things as far as with the fitness, and that's what I'm really into as well too. So, the fact that you responded and you replied back to my message, like I'm truly grateful for that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you for
Yeah.
connecting with me. I'm really glad you did.
Yes, most definitely.
Hmm.
So Ashwati, stick around like
Yes.
as we're gonna close out.
Hmm.
And let me see. Snuggle, shout outs to you. I know a lot of people already told her that she's highly attractive. Does she have a hard time finding a suitable mate? That would be the last question before we close out. Do you have a hard time finding a suitable mate?
Yes, in a certain way, yes. Yes, I do. I mean,
Mm,
right now, I'm really not into a relationship or I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm just concentrating more with my workout and my profession and things like
yeah.
that. I think probably in a year or two, I would be interested in, finding my mate.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, you are a young 23-year-old woman, so you have some time. So yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you
I just,
everyone for Oh, go ahead, Mr. Best. I'm sorry.
oh, that's fine. Thanks everybody for joining the chat. Thanks for everybody to be a part of another relationship experience. Thank everybody for your questions and just showing us love and showing Ashwati love. We truly appreciate you guys. And definitely thank you, Ashwati, for coming on our show. We really appreciate you. Thank you for sharing about your culture, about your experiences, about your journey in health and fitness. We truly appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for calling me in here. Thank you so much for, being in the show. Thank you. And thanks to everyone
Mhm.
for asking so many questions, for keeping us engaged. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Bye
Thank
and
you
have a
so much.
wonderful day ahead. Yes.
Yes, and also thank you for sharing us a little bit about what you do as far as with work, in the tech industry as well too. And
Mm-hmm.
K Man says thank you, Aswati. Please come again. Have a great week, everyone. Smash that
It was
like
me.
button if you haven't already. So, that being said, we are, and this usually takes some time because I gotta try to turn StreamYard. Okay. All right, where's the outro? So, with that being said, thank you, everyone. Ashwati, still sticking around here. Don't leave yet.
Yes. Yes.
And we are out, everyone. Tune in again next time. And hopefully, we'll see Ashwati. Well, you guys will see Ashwati again in Knowledge and Relationships on YouTube. And also follow us on Twitch if you have a Twitch account. So thank you, everyone. Peace.